Coventry City could still kick off the new season at the Ricoh Arena. The BBC understands that ACL, who own the stadium, have put forward a new deal that would mean that the club pays a much lower rent over the next 10 years.
Well, this evening's developments emerged after today's creditors' meeting in London was adjourned for the final time until Friday. Ian Winter reports.
Another day, another episode in the Coventry City soap opera, and a new character has joined the cast. Council leader Anne Lucas is frustrated because ongoing litigation means she's unable to answer any of my questions for legal reasons. But City Council taxpayers have a 50% stake in ACL, which owns the Ricoh Arena, and there'll be no football here this season unless there's an 11th hour agreement with Coventry City Football Club. As today's high noon creditors meeting reconvened in London, Councillor Lucas sends an open letter to Joyce Sapala, the boss of Sisu, who own the Sky Blues.
I still think there is a chance that you and I could sit down and hammer out a way forward. I've not been leader of the council very long, and I am prepared to take a fresh look at all the issues that have brought us to this stalemate. I am saying to you, woman to woman, that we need to end this nonsense now.
Coventry City's response was swift and to the point. Joyce Sapala would of course be delighted to meet with Anne Lucas. We are encouraged that Anne herself is now willing to get personally involved.
I did see the Ricoh pitch last week, and it's absolutely in amazing condition, and it deserves professional football to be played on it. So I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that the people who matter, the decision makers, can sit down. Anne Lucas and Joyce Sapala, you know, there's offers there for them to sit down together and strike a deal here.
So now all depends on ACL, owners of the Ricoh and Coventry City's biggest creditors, when the meeting reconvenes at their request for the final time on Friday.
And Ian joins us now from Coventry. So Ian, what have you learnt about this latest move that could get the Sky Blues back to the Ricoh?
Well, Nick, I understand from sources very close to the stadium owners ACL that they put forward a 10-year deal which would see Coventry City playing their home games at the Ricoh Arena on far more favourable rental terms than they've experienced in the past. Now, Coventry City as a League One club would pay £150,000 a year in rental. If they were relegated to League Two, that would drop to £100,000, and should they be promoted to the Championship, that would increase to £400,000. Now, officially, none of the parties are able to comment until after Friday's creditors' meeting, but both parties, the football club and the stadium owners, now have to consider their position before the meeting on Friday.
Thing is, after everything that's happened, if a deal is done, would the Ricoh be ready in time?
Apparently the stadium pitch is in absolutely tip-top condition, so that would indeed mean that it would be ready for the first home game of the season. At the moment that's scheduled for Sunday the 11th of August against Bristol City at Northampton Town's ground, but if the deal is agreed on Friday, it could well be at the Ricoh instead.